Hey there, Dratlo44 here, hope you're keeping good. Basically bringing you a tournament opening video, and I'm looking forward to it, it's a good one. But before I do, obviously I do want to just remind you guys that once I do reach 250 subscribers, then what I'm going to do is actually give away this Sky Blue Striker Interstellar to one of you lucky winners. Now obviously you do need to be subscribed, which I think is fairly obvious. Leave likes on the video because that is the part that I think a lot of people overlook, but actually it really does help the videos getting views and kind of like, unless you really hate the video and if you have like a kind of a thing where something was so bad, let me know in the comments. I don't mind for critical feedback as long as it's not like abusive swearing or anything like that. But otherwise, basically you can paint it, you can colour it, you can change it, and you can sell it or keep it. So you've got lots and lots of options. And if you haven't actually sort of done so already, then leave your ID down in the comments below so that I know who to give it to once that time comes and I can pick a winner. Because yeah, I do want to give this away. I want to give lots and lots of other prizes. I've got another prize giveaway later on in the video as well, so check that out. And that's it. So let's, with that said, let's get into actually the content of opening the tournament packs. Oh, the excitement. So, in my infinite wisdom, I decided to go with prospects only. Now, in the last few videos, I have been doing all-stars, because I've known that, you can win possible exotics, black markets and things, and I did have some really, really good luck. But of course, regarding content, it makes it very short, and there's not much to kind of really post, even if you do a couple of weeks. So yeah, I thought I'd go with prospects this time, kind of open them as I went along, and I kind of got some okay things. I was looking for trade-up material as well, and that's one thing I want to point out, is that All-Stars is not good up for trade-up material. Prospects is much better if you're just needing something like an import, but you're close, things like that. It is kind of worth mixing it between if you do have access to the All-Stars. Now, the way I'm looking at it is that I'm pretty much in a sort of position where, I'm very fortunate in having one painted black market. Check that video out if you haven't already. It was a really good clip, absolutely amazing, probably the best luck I've ever had in sort of tournament openings. As regards to sort of like trading up and things, I'm pretty much going to be trading up every single item within reason, apart from a couple of things here and there. Now, especially when it gets to exotics, the only time I won't be trading them up would be if there was a really nice painted version that I wanted to keep, like a chromatic hollow or the chain helm exotic wheels, because they do look really, really nice, and even the normal chromatic hollow looks really good. So just something to bear in mind. There is no doubt that All-Stars is the better cup to use, but for the smaller stuff, this is where Prospects really comes in. Right, anyway, so of course I start opening, I get a Yejing, not too great. I get an Anthem, not amazing, but not really that expected. Radioactive Banner, okay. Edgewise in black, yeah, some people would like that one. Another sort of banner. Another Edgewise in Saffron this time, so okay, a lot of uncommons. Titanium White Acrobat, Edgewise, I'm sure there'll be some people absolutely screaming about that one. The banner, Radioactive again, not that exciting for that particular one, unfortunately. Sad to say, just one of those things. Now, before you go into the next sort of stage of trade-ups, what I'm going to be mentioning here is I'm going to be doing a blind trading video where I'm going to give away this Hellfire courtesy of De Niro, who kindly donated it to me. So basically, leave your user ID and the word Hellfire on an older video, like anything sort of week, 2 weeks old, something like that, or 2 weeks old actually, make it easier. And then basically what I'll do is when we get up to 10 people, I will choose you guys, I'll basically then explain it all, and one of you will hopefully be a lucky winner of a Hellfire, which you can keep or trade. I know it's not the most valuable item, but hey, it's free, so all a good thing, and just a thank you for people watching. Right, well, back to the trade-ups. So I've had a look. I've got 4 imports, which it means I'm really close to an exotic. I don't want to trade my Interquartz titanium white wheels. I still like them. Use them on a couple of presets. So then it's just looking at some things that I kind of... I would say one thing about trade-ups and one thing about like various parts is look, sometimes if you're not going to use a tournament item and you're never going to use it, you're not going to benefit from it, trade it up, get rid of it. Because honestly, otherwise you just, I don't know, I suppose it's just a waste of space, and sometimes you can use it to trade up and to get maybe like that item that you need for a bigger trade up to get like an exotic or a black market or something like that. So what I do is that I like to showcase some of the items. I know that not everyone does, especially on the smaller items like uncommons. I know a lot of YouTubers tend to skip past that because actually they just think that no one would be interested. But actually, funny thing is I think that sometimes for a lot of you know, our sort of kind, we actually do quite like some of the smaller items. I mean, I know not everybody does, and it's not everyone's cup of tea, but that is basically the way that I'm doing it now. I know I'm kind of just flicking around my car, sort of thinking at the moment what to do, so that's kind of why that's happening. But the point is that as regards to sort of like showing the items, I do like to kind of talk about them a little bit, just showcase them. I'm going to trade up a lot of them, and I know that there'll be a few that maybe some of you will be like, oh, why did you trade that up? Because I knew that personally I was never going to use it, and I might as well trade up and get something that I need. And I'm so close to an exotic as well. You know, I wanted a chance at a painted exotic finally, because, you know, I know it sounds ridiculous. I have not had a single painted exotic since tournaments got revamped and came out. But I still have plenty of time. I mean, 11th of August, quite a while. So, of course, hopefully, I'm going to actually get lucky and gain a painted exotic. Personally, I'd probably prefer the chromatic hollow. I think they look really nice. But, to be honest, chain helm, not too bad either. But, yeah, I mean, let's have a look. So, basically what I'm going to do is, as I say, I'm going to just change preset, create a whole new preset kind of thing. And then I basically will just kind of like showcase some of the sort of like the decals, because again, as I say, I like to have a look and show some of them. I don't think I show the banners, actually, thinking about it, and I know I talk about that, it's kind of funny. Banners and things, actually the radioactive one in painted, the orange one looked quite cool, but you can kind of see it, so that's kind of why. But that's the titanium white edgewise. It's not a bad one, actually, to be honest. The saffron and the black, I didn't think much of the black, and I didn't think much of the saffron. The titanium white one was quite nice, although if I recall, I think I do actually trade it. So yeah, maybe, you know, probably just one of those things I just thought, well, you know what, I'm never going to use it, and all that stuff. So of course, I would sort of like say that with the older tournament stuff, again, I realised that I'm just not going to use some of the tournament items. I realised that I'm going to get rid of a lot of these things, and yes, I did get rid of the titanium white one. I had a feeling that I did as well. Just knew that I just wasn't going to use it. I then toyed with the idea of trading up like some of the older items. It's kind of hard to do this, simply because I suppose, yeah, I mean, it's like, well, yeah, I mean, difficult, but you know, it's got to be done. I think getting rid of a lot of stuff that you're not using is the best idea. I do check out sort of like trade ups here as well. Realise that, of course, you know, to trade up, I'd have to trade up some of the items that maybe I would have wanted to keep. I do decide to get rid of the cutesy cutter borders because, again, unfortunately, I just wasn't using them, and I just thought, you know what, they can go. They're not doing anything. And I got, of course, an old item. Yay, great. But, you know, the rest of the stuff I do use, so I want to keep those. Figure that will be good. So close, so close to the import. I know that I can trade up the titanium white intercross wheels, but I don't want to do that. So then I go back and I think, right, okay, there's got to be something else. But, I don't know. I think, well, you know what, I'm not using those. I'm not using some of the other parts. And I decide to kind of get rid of a couple of things, and it did kind of seem harsh, especially as probably I could have kept one of them, but you know, again, it's one of those things you're toying around with, and you're thinking to yourself, well, you know what, I'm gonna get rid of them. Why not? Let's get rid of it. And funnily enough, I get a Cown Upper banner, so yay for me. Not too sure why I didn't trade up the other bits, but then, you know, I knew that they were all getting traded. I kept the titanium white Serene Secura because I know I do use that one. It's very, very nice. But I know now I've got one sort of rare. Let's get on to the opening of the next lots of prospects, because that's kind of where it's at. Open the other prospects, get some trade up materials, and trade up a lot of stuff to pretty much get there. Get a King Okarian, not that exciting. Radioactive banner, fairly standard, not great. The orange one that I mentioned looks really clean. I think I've had two now. Kind of like a border. Yeah, not that exciting. A yoked wheel. It comes up a lot. The Anthem, not that great. Another Yaging. Yeah, great. Yoked wheels, I mean, very rare from a prospect, not that bad. And actually, Grey Shark Attack Tactician wheel trails, so that was pretty cool. I wish they were wheels, that'd be awesome. But yeah, so again, you know, obviously with that, I think to myself, well, that's at least some trade up materials that I can kind of use. Let's kind of get rid of some stuff that, you know, plainly isn't needed, and all that sort of stuff as well. So I'm going to get rid of the aging as well, trade that up, get rid of it. Let's kind of see what we get. Get a normal Crockwood, okay, fine. And basically then look at the stuff and think, there's not much to trade now. So when you look at the kind of like the other parts, I'm thinking, right, okay, I've got, you know, sort of like 4 rares. I almost trade up the forest green, actually, surprisingly. I almost trade up the forest green one, the croc. I did think about it. And then what I do is that I stop for a second and I think, right, okay, let's just check, because you never know, there might actually be an import to kind of trade up instead. And actually, as it happens, I kind of got fortunate in that I had 4 of the lovely yokes. The Intercross, I get to keep my 2 Shark Attacks painted, which I like, so I'm going to keep them. And I trade up and I get a grey Intercross wheel. Now, being that I've got the titanium white ones, I don't give a damn. I think, right, okay, this is kind of one of those things. Now, I do kind of have a quick look at the grey Intercross wheels because, again, I wanted to show you. Figured that was a good thing to kind of like just go through. I have to go to most recent, which sometimes backfires, and I have to scroll down a lot of stuff anyway. You have to scroll past your favourites, and then it will be there on the most recents. So as you can sort of see, those are the grey ones. Now, they're not bad, to be honest, and if you didn't have titanium white, I would have kept them. If I didn't have that, I would have kept them, but I have titanium white. They didn't come with any cert, so yeah, let's get rid of them. The Shark Attack Trail, again, once I find that one, for some reason that one wasn't under most recents, I probably should have clicked on it. Looks pretty clean, looks kind of sharky. Tactician's like the second best cert in my opinion, so really, really good. I was happy with that, and I'd definitely be keeping that item, because to me, it is actually a decent item and looks really, really cool. So, you know, obviously everyone's different in their opinions, but I like it. I thought that was a decent trail, and I had some troubles in getting some good painted items last time. So I'm able to trade up, of course, the Intercross wheels, praying that I don't get a Season 2 exotic. Trading up, and I get, exactly what do I get? I get a chain helm. Okay, a chain helm non-painted, it's trade up material, which is not bad. I can now go back to All-Stars, hopefully, so that's kind of a good thing. So that is the normal chain helm wheels. They're quite bright, they're quite vibrant, they look pretty good. To be honest, painted would look amazing. I would love to have a painted version of these wheels. I probably would keep them, but I haven't been lucky enough to do that. And in the background, you'll see a couple of tournament goals that I managed to score. One of those things. Diamond has been pretty rough, though. But needless to say, that is the majority of the opening. So obviously, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, a like is massive for me. It really helps getting the videos noticed. Check out the old one with the really lucky opening, which I'll leave in the description. If you want to like the tournament openings, leave a comment below, enter into the draws. You know, subscribe if you want to help me get 250. I think that's pretty much everything that I need to say for this video. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of the afternoon, day or night, whatever you're doing. And I shall see you in tomorrow or the next video. So until then, you take care. Cheers now. All the best. Bye-bye.